Thinking Byzantine here, and today we'll be talking about a bit about Starlink. And now, before we get into this article about Starlink, I'd like to say that I'm not a financial advisor. This is all my own opinion, and please do your own research. Now, let's jump into this article. SpaceX begins accepting $99 pre-orders for its Starlink satellite internet service as Musk eyes an IPO. Starlink is SpaceX's ambition project to build an internet-connected internet network with thousands of satellites, known in the space industry as a constellation, designed to deliver high-speed internet to consumers anywhere on the planet. The company, which hopes to deploy 4,425 satellites in orbit by 2024, has launched more than 1,000 Starlink satellites and plans to build and deploy even more advanced versions of its satellites. SpaceX disclosed in their FCC filing last week that Starlink has over 10,000 users in the United States and abroad, in about 3 months since its public beta began. So, Starlink will IPO once we can predict cash flow reasonably well. And let's see what else he has to say. So, Musk in 2019 told reporters that Starlink could bring in $30 billion in revenue a year, or about 10 times the highest annual revenue it expects from its core rocket business. Okay, so what do I think of Starlink? I think it's a fairly ambitious project, and I think that Musk could possibly pull it off, mainly because of his branding and his ability to fundraise money. And now, for the ability for this to be a successful project in the long term, I'm not sure, Riz. I'm pretty sure most space constellations, or like constellations have been built, have eventually gone out of business, if I remember correctly. But we'll see if Starlink could pull this off. So let's see. Starlink it's cost $99 per month for internet service. Download speeds vary between 50 to 150 megabytes per second. Unlimited data. $500 for one-time equipment fee. Periodic outages for beta test. Okay. Limited availability. Yeah. These here link to the beta test. And I guess this is a fairly. I'm not sure the prices of buying satellite equipment to get hooked up to satellite, but that does seem a bit hefty. But if we compare it to other nationwide satellite internet providers, Viasat and HughesNet, on average, Starlink's download speed is better than HughesNet, and it has a better range in that Starlink's top download speeds is better than Viasat. And these are both limited in data. But the thing is, with Viasat and HughesNet, the installation is free, so I guess that has to go for it. And in terms of price per month, it seems like Starlink's in the middle of it. Now, I think Starlink, well, it's marketed for rural settlements and remote areas, and I think Starlink has a market for ocean-going people, or people who are avid sailors. And let's see what Elon Musk says about this. So, at least let's see. Starlink SpaceX under development internet service could help sailors surf the internet at sea. At least that's what CEO Elon Musk predicts. On Tuesday, Musk said via Twitter that it will be relatively easy to get boats connected to Starlink. Yep. Starlink's technology is already being tested in extreme conditions. A TS relay service for the United States Air Force in 2018. Okay. So, besides that, and if we look at here, these rural areas, and you can see that Starlink's top download speeds are better than all these here. Every single one of these is better. And its lower range is, it's lower. It's like these top rural internet speeds is straight in the middle range of Starlink's average. If we go back here, the range is 50 to 150, and we look at these rural settlements, like let's say Boardman, Starlink's top and bottom is, how do I explain it? It's like, it's just in the range, I guess, as I can say it. So, For those that are, say, in like Fairfax, Vermont, Starlink could be very beneficial for someone who wants faster internet connection speeds. And now for ocean goers, well, they have three options. They have the beacon system, mobile hotspots, and use of public Wi-Fi. Well, this one, for those who are traveling far out at sea, this is not very viable. Same as this one, though you get a bit more range, as you can be between 5 to 10, 15 miles offshore. And for connection everywhere, I guess the beacon system, but the beacon system seems very expensive and the download speeds are not impressive, as the best or the most expensive beacon system costs at least $18,000, and you're only getting 5 to 20 megabits per second. While with Starlink, you're getting 50 according to this website here. And at $99 per month, this seems like a bargain compared to a beacon system. Now, my main concern for Starlink is mainly past failures of other constellations, so I talked about this a bit earlier. But another one is capacity. Can this constellation handle all the rural users or all the people that are out in the middle of the ocean? I'm not sure because I haven't seen data on it, but that's just something to think about. And to be honest, I don't think Starlink will be competitive versus regular internet providers in suburbs or the big cities where there's 5G and all that. And as for an IPO, I think Starlink would get hyped up a lot. It's Elon Musk. Everything he touches goes to the moon. And I have a feeling it's going to pull off something like what Airbnb did. Airbnb IPO'd at $68, and it opened and closed. It opened at $146 and closed at $144. So that's over 100% gain. I think a Starlink IPO will go up very quickly and be bidded up in the pre-market very high. So, am I going to touch this IPO if it ever came out? It really depends on the valuation, the pricing, the fundamentals behind Starlink. Because even though the idea is cool, I want to see the substance, the food, not just the icing. I want to see what's behind the financials of Starlink, and we'll see if they can actually hit $30 billion a year. In any case, what are your guys' thoughts on Starlink? Do you think the IPO will do well? And do you think that Musk's prediction that Starlink can bring $30 billion a year is possible? This is Thinking Byzantine, and have a good day.